Here to bring you the action. And tonight, it'll be the Oklahoma City Thunder going up against the New Orleans Pelicans here at their home, Smoothie King Center. Joined by Coach Stan Van Gundy and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. Now let's check out the Western Conference standings and see how they look here in December. You look at Oklahoma City, things stacking up nicely for them so far. Number one in their conference and looking formidable. And checking out New Orleans, they're a ways down in the standings.
I think for the Thunder, many of us experts earmarked them as favorites this season. And you know what? They have not disappointed thus far.
Yeah, this is the start they wanted to have, but their goals are much bigger. They're focused on playing into June and bringing home a championship.
A look at the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. In it forward, it's Jordan Williams. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Cason Wallace. And it's Hartenstein in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for New Orleans, Murray and McCollum make up the talented backcourt. Herb Jones out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Messi in at the 5 down low. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Wallace, here we go. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Running the show, Gilgeous-Alexander is talented as a passer.
And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. A dangerous offensive player. His scoring average stands at almost 30 a game. Pass to Wallace. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Hartenstein. Another shot. And he takes it up and lays it in.
Yeah, secures the ball off the glass. Does a nice job going right back up.
Dort against Ingram. And he banks in the layup.
It's hard trying to match up with Ingram, especially when he's looking to score inside.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Wallace. Off target with the 3. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Willie Green for a minute. Our topic was how he'll defend Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Coach was straightforward, saying Shai demands so much attention with the ball that he can warp a defense. We'll need to stay disciplined and not get caught watching the play. We'll see how that approach works out for them, guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. To the inside, Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Yes, such a smart player. Jalen Williams making people around him better.
Outside Ingram. Outside Murray. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Pass to Messi. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. He's picked up by Jones. And Williams punches it home.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
And in the front end of the back-to-back, what's important?
For BA, most coaches treat this one like a regular game. Try to win. Don't worry about minutes. Tomorrow, they may adjust the rotations a bit.
Now here's Ingram. Really played well against Phoenix in his last game. Here's McCollum. Williams grabs the board.
Oh, you got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
Here's Hartenstein. Messi grabs the board. The Pelicans trail. And a slam dunk by Ingram.
Well, give a guy like Ingram some room, and he will put it down on you.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Murray. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Well, last season, New Orleans finished with their best record since 2009. Stan, they went 49-33.
Well, you have to credit their roster construction. They've got 3 guys who can average 20-plus points, along with a lot of very solid young defenders, and these guys are only getting better. Well, with his length, Murray creates a lot of problems for opposing defenses, especially in the paint.
The Thunder making a switch here. Williams is checked in. And Grant, DeJounte Murray, a bit of a throwback player. He's comfortable attacking at all 3 levels.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he does a lot of work in the mid-range for a guard. He's very comfortable with any shot on the floor. Not shy about putting up a ton of attempts if that's what's needed.
Now here's Joe. Against Toronto, he was really on his game. Pass to Messi. Back to Ingram. 3-pointer. And again, New Orleans no good. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. And that one's good. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
Outside Murray. Outside Ingram. Shoots over Wiggins. And again, New Orleans no good.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Oklahoma City shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. He's off on the first. And the second free throw is good. Here's Boston. And a missed layup. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Thunder out in front, up by 2. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Oklahoma City.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
Daniel Tice is out there with Jeremiah Robinson-Earl. Then there's DeJounte Murray. Then there's Trey Murphy. And it's Boston in at the 2-guard spot. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. Now here's Tice. Floats one up. Boston with the bucket. Boston's gotten his first basket of the night.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Wiggins. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Wiggins. Shot clock at 5. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And it's Willie Green calling the timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And the Pelicans making a change here. Jones is checked in. Over the previous month, we look at the best when it comes to scoring. In the 3rd spot, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And this last month has been truly special for him. He's scoring at will and in a rhythm on offense.
Murray against Gilgeous-Alexander. Murray, no good. Thunder with a lead. Inside. SGA using that size.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Brian, the Thunder have some grit. Coach Mark Daigneault said we compete, and on nights we aren't, we get back to that very quickly. The competition level and the willingness to do it together is the foundational piece. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Wallace comes in for Caruso. Up top, Hartenstein. Now Joe, checking his stats. He's scoring around 9.5 points per game. From 11 feet away, good. He hits the jumper. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points in the quarter.
There's so many facets to SGA's game. He's equally good from all 3 levels.
Pass to Wiggins. And Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go on the assist by Wiggins.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
And DeJounte Murray is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
2 fouls for him now in the first half. He's going to have to be really smart going forward.
So for Oklahoma City, Williams comes in for Wiggins, and it's Dort in for Joe. Now here's Williams. They lead by 8, biggest lead of the game. Hartenstein with a screen on Tice. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Hartenstein. Now Williams. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's deflected. Murray against Gilgeous-Alexander. Murray passes to Tice. And the 3 off target. And it's Dort with the ball for the Thunder. They've only given up 2 points this quarter. Looking ahead, they've got the Mavericks coming to town for their next one. And that's a 1-game homestand for the club. Here's Boston. Watch by Wallace. The shot by Boston, no good.
That's a look he couldn't pass up. He just couldn't get it to go.
Williams passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams with it. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
And we've got a timeout called by Willie Green. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. For New Orleans, Robinson Earls checked in for Tice. Brandon Ingram comes in for Boston. And it's C.J. McCollum in for DeJounte Murray. Joe's checked in for Oklahoma City.
And an impressive handle there from Ingram, proving how effective he can be with the ball in his hands.
Here's Joe. Dort for 3. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game. Here's Ingram. And he drops it in from the low post. Ingram's gotten 4 this quarter.
Well, fighting through it there. Ingram can get aggressive when he needs it inside.
Wallace with it. 9 points for him in his last game. Jones grabs the board. Pelicans trail by 8. There's 25 seconds left in the second.
An impressive young talent, and Murphy knows his role is to use that scorer's mentality.
New Orleans shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he sinks the second. .24 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Dort outside. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
You're making the slam look second nature. Once Dort sees the launching pad, he's ready to take off.
Pass to Jones. Back to Ingram. With 4 on the clock. Blocked! And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome. All right, guys, let's break it down. It has not been the ideal.
To me, it starts with their effort. They have to become more active defensively to prevent easy look shot.
Yeah, the only way to slow down a team with good scores is to disrupt their rhythm. Otherwise, you can fire up that.
And time for a look here at how that does it for halftime. Let's get back.
And if you just join it in, 1 half is in the books. 1 half to go. Boy, without question, Brandon Ingram displaying his skills today.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
Well, I just love his fearlessness so far. He's charging inside like no one can stop him.
Taking a look at the Thunder. In it forward, it's Dort and Williams. Cason Wallace out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Hartenstein in at the center position. Murray, no good.
And they're doing strong work on the glass, a +5 advantage for them.
And, Coach, you look at DeJounte Murray, a 6'5" do-it-all guard.
Well, Brian, he's got the size and quickness to defend either backcourt position. Offensively, he's best with the ball in his hands, but he has developed his spot-up game to help the team. Well, that's just another thing Murray can do for you. Hit the three.
Thunder leading by 8. Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over. Williams passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Williams. Clock at 4. 4-3. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 assists now tonight. And it's Willie Green calling the timeout here. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Defense on our 2K leaderboard. Looking at the best when it comes to points per game allowed over the previous month. In the 3rd spot, Oklahoma City.
Over the last month, this team has shown strides defensively. The effort level has been much improved.
Dort against Ingram. Spins. And is blocked. Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the 3rd quarter. The 17-footer. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8.
They've got the offense clicking. 3 for 4 to start the half and looking confident.
Here's Misi. He's guarded by Hartenstein. The shot by Misi, no good.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
The shot by Dort, no good.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brandon Ingram is in his 6th season with the Pelicans, and he said, I love New Orleans. It's a perfect fit for me and the way I want to operate. They do here, less distractions. I can go play basketball whenever I want to with direct access to the facility. I feel connected with the city and the people around me. Brian, he's dialed in.
Sure is. Thanks, Allie. And another miss by Oklahoma City. And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for New Orleans. They trail by 11. Murray's shot is good. And, Coach, you've been lauded by some of your former players for your pregame preparation. I've seen it myself in the broadcasting world.
Well, I've also been cursed by some of those players for my pregame walkthroughs, Brian. People thought they were way too long, but I just wanted to be as prepared as possible and was one that always believed I'd rather do too much than too little.
Well, there's the shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Wiggins, he's checked in for Dort. And here's New Orleans now. 9-point game. Murray finds Ingram, and the call will be against Brandon Ingram. That's foul number 2 for him.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Murray. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Williams. Clock at 6. Hartenstein passes to Wallace. Up and over McCollum. Wallace's shot is good. Wallace has got 6. Pelicans trail by 11. McCollum outside. The 11-footer misses off the left iron.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Williams up top, covered by Ingram. Williams passes to Hartenstein. And it's off from three-point range.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Oh, it's blocked by Williams.
And Williams getting his timing just right on the block. Defending with purpose.
The jumper from the wing off target.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
Chalk up 2 there. Ingram's got 4 points this quarter.
He's scoring the rock at will, but he needs more help from his teammates.
Wallace outside. Here's Wiggins. And the basket is good.
You have to be accurate there. Very little room for error passing on the interior.
And so it's Oklahoma City. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. The hustle they've shown on defense has... And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
Well, that is what coaches want from their point guards. Set others up, play the game the right way.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Trey Murphy. He's out there with Herb Jones. C.J. McCollum is out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Boston in at the 2. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Joe. The kick out to Wiggins. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tice. Here's a look at the schedule for the Oklahoma City Thunder. On Tuesday, they'll go up against Klay Thompson and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Thursday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Orlando, going up against the Magic.
And for that game against the Heat, that's a game where you'd be surprised to see them lose. They'd have to have a really off night for them to get upset there.
And New Orleans making a change here. Robinson Earls checked in. Caruso against Jones. McCollum drives in with the crossover. For 3. Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on C.J. McCollum. That'll be a second foul of the game. Well, Grant, we've heard some out there say dynasties are dead. And these days, there are a lot of teams contending for titles.
Well, the NBA is happy to see all the competition. But, you know, this league has been defined over the decades by dynasties. We'll see if their epitaph has been written.
Jones in the post. Watched by Wallace. Outside Jones. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. Brandon Ingram is checked in for the Pelicans. DeJounte Murray comes in for Boston. And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And also attacking in transition has been working for them. I mean, credit them for running the break well and being opportunistic. Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Willie Green coaching his team during that last break. He asked his team to take in the moment, saying, this is what it's all about, guys. This is why we work so hard and why we love this game. Embrace it. Back to you guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
The rebounding differential is a major story in this game.
Murray finds McCollum to the paint. The shot by Misi, no good.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
That free throw good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, what's special about Gilgeous-Alexander is how shifty he is, which also makes it so tough on defenses.
Oklahoma City leading by 14. The teardrop. Misi grabs the board. Misi's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Dort with a steal. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Here's Wallace. Nails it from 3. Wallace has got 5 points now this quarter.
The defense was just nowhere to be found, and because of that, he adds to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy. Well, that's why he's out there using his size in the paint.
The Thunder have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Here's Williams.
Well, there's Jones using his length. He's got those long arms, and he puts them to work on defense.
On the wing, Jones. Murray passes to Jones. It's intercepted.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Thunder.
Boy, this was one physical game, guys.
They obviously felt that was an advantage of theirs coming in, and they were able to be relentless inside as a result.
And a good performance to bring them their 18th win of the year.
But they've got 2 more chances to get some revenge. The matchup doesn't favor them, but against a conference opponent, they're gonna battle hard.
Just 3 to shoot. Murray from outside. Dort grabs the miss. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Hardenstein passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. And Ingram with the block.
Well, he's one of the longest wings in the league, and right there, putting that reach to good use.
Tries the spin move. Pass to Misi. Now here's McCollum. Back to Murray. Oh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. For the finish. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Excellent effort on the road. They've literally sucked the energy out of this arena.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
And so it's the Thunder taking care of business in this one. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that about wraps it up. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is